Hello lovely Derek! So here we are again for another mini tutorial, and this time it is to do with your nesting baskets. Okay, so basically from what I understood from your note on your email is that you have a problem with actually getting started, and I think you're having problems with the slip ring. And whatever they mean by the slip ring and then the squiggly thing on the paper, on the page, right? So all it is really, it is actually pretty simple. What they want you to do is a magic ring or a magic circle, whatever you want to call it. But it is essentially a magic ring. And I will give you two options on how to get started with a round one. The first one will involve a slip ring or magic ring, and the second option will be simply a chain 3 or 4, and you're going to work into that. So I will start with what they call a slip ring, which is essentially a magic ring. Okay, a very quick note before I get started, because I feel this is important. In the pattern, it says that at the end of round 1, you place your marker. Whereas I would highly recommend that you do that on your very first stitch. And you will see why in a moment. So first of all, I will need to show you how to do a magic ring, or what they call a slip ring. So grab your yarn, and how I do it is you need to leave a nice long tail so you can use that later. Put it onto the left, and now you're going to work with your regular yarn here. Remember, to the left it's just the tail, and you will not use that just yet. So now with your working yarn, you're going to wrap this around your 2 fingers like so, from the front to the back, and make sure that it does a cross just like so. Let's do that again. You cross your yarn just like so, and then to the back, and make sure it comes back to the front and shapes a cross just like so. Now with your crochet hook, you will need to put your yarn through here, this bit there, and grab your working yarn. When you've got your working yarn, let the ring go, just like so, and immediately with your working yarn here, do 1 chain, and that's just to secure everything. Now I will demonstrate. This is the tail of, you know, the yarn with the tail, and you can close the ring. Watch this. Do you see how small it's getting? Okay, so this will be very important later, and you will definitely need to work over your tail. So, and I think this is you. Yes, I think it is you. Shall we check? Look! It's you messaging me. Ah, okay, so I will carry on with this. So now that you've got your slip ring and you've got your yarn secure, you're going to chain 2. And in the pattern it doesn't mention that, but the chain 2 does not count as anything. It is simply to go up to the next level, so you can start round 1. Into this ring here, you're going to do 10 half double crochet. So let's start with the first one. You know how to do half double crochet, right? So there we are. This is done. Now that you've done that, you need to put your marker in that very first stitch. Make sure that you do that. And now you know where your first stitch is. And now you're going to do another 9. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. When you've done your 10 half double crochet, then you can tighten this and make sure that you have worked over your tail. Then you can just tighten it like so, so it becomes that kind of thing, just a little ring, and it's all closed up. And the next stitch you will work is into here. You do not slip stitch, you are going to work into a spiral, just like you are doing with amigurumi. So into this next stitch you're going to carry on and work your second round. There we are. So I'm pretty sure that the rest you can do. So let's review that and let's start again. I think I will do the magic ring one more time, or slip ring as they call it. Okay, just so you can see what you're doing. So with the tail onto the left, put it here, leave it there, and then you're going to form a cross. So get your working yarn here and wrap it around your fingers just like so, and you have a cross now. It looks like an X. Now with your crochet hook, put it through here, you see there, and grab this yarn and very quickly let go of this ring, and very quickly get your working yarn and do a chain just to secure it. Once this is done, you can make this a little smaller if you want to or not. And you are now ready to start your round 1, which is chain 2, which does not count as anything. And you're going to do 10 half double crochet. So 1. The first one is always a little bit more tricky. And then you're going to put your stitch marker in that very first stitch. And you're going to carry on with your half double crochet. And that's it, really. So if this is a little bit more challenging than you would, like, I will show you another method. Okay, so with another method that might be a little bit easier for you. You are simply going to do a slip knot, and you're going to chain, I think I'm going to chain 3, but if you want to chain 4, that is entirely up to you. I think the smaller the loop, the better. So I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And you're going to join to the very first chain to form a loop. And I like to hold here so that I will not lose the little hole that will be done. I'll do that again. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and holding, you just put your hook in here in the first chain, and then try and hold this bit here And now you're ready to do your slip knot, your slip stitch. There we are, to close the ring. So now this is where you're going to do your half double crochet. So chain 2, which does not count as anything, do your first double crochet in here and work over your tail. So there's 1. And then still in the same ring you're going to do another 9. So that's 1. We're going to do that until we have 10 stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now that you've done that, you see you've got that, but now here's the thing. Because you haven't done a magic ring or a magic circle, whatever you want to call it, slip ring, this will create a hole here. But not to worry, because with the tail you can simply just tighten it up, just like so. And then at this point I would recommend that on the wrong side, this is the right side, on the wrong side you do a couple of knots with a needle, you just weave a couple of knots in here and then weave the end into the round, and then that's it. This is how it will look, and then you just carry on with round 2 without you do not join to close the round. You just work in circles, just like you do amigurumi. So I hope that this tutorial has been easy enough for you to follow. I'm going to go off now and I'm going to reply to your message, and I will also post this mini tutorial for you to see. Let me know if this was helpful or not. I do hope that it has been. Okay, so talk very soon, lovely Derek. Bye for now.